Hooray, art with us!
Welcome to the world of Parmigianino, a Renaissance artist known for his unique style and daring choices, including his iconic elongated figures and lavish lifestyle.
Join us as we explore his art, his struggles with fame and finances, and his lasting impact on the world of art.
What was his greatest love?
Why did he paint figures with elongated necks?
Born in Parma, Italy in 1503, Parmigianino was a true innovator in the art world, pushing the boundaries of what was considered beautiful and traditional.
Who was his biggest competition?
Why did he live in poverty?
Although we don't know much about Parmigianino's personal life, one thing is for certain, he was married to his art.
He never tied the knot and didn't have any children.
There are a few rumors floating around about his love life, including one about a romantic affair with a model, but these are all just hearsay.
Parmigianino's interest in elongating necks and limbs in his figures is still debated among art historians.
One theory is that it was influenced by his fascination with the ancient Greco-Roman style,
which often depicted figures with idealized proportions that were not necessarily realistic.
Another theory suggests that it was an intentional stylistic choice to create a sense of elegance and grace in his figures, as well as to challenge the conventions of classical beauty.
Regardless of the reason, Parmigianino's unique style and daring choices fascinate the art world. My name is Pavla, and welcome to my channel. Join me, an artist with a passion for sharing my knowledge, and my curious child on a journey
into the amazing world of art.
Let's discover,
laugh,
and learn together.
And to add a bit of spice,
stick around until the end for some slightly controversial Parmigianino jokes.
Stand tall,
stretch your neck, and grab a paintbrush or a snack
to enjoy.
Despite his talent, Parmigianino's life was not without its difficulties.
He struggled with poverty and illness throughout his career and was often forced to rely on the support of wealthy patrons to survive.
He was known for his lavish lifestyle and overspending on luxury items such as clothes and horses.
He also struggled with managing his finances and debts, which led to him being imprisoned for a time.
Additionally, the economic downturn and political turmoil in Italy during the 16th century may have contributed to his financial difficulties.
However, he never let these challenges dampen his passion for his art, and he continued to create works of breathtaking beauty until his untimely death at the young age of 37.
Parmigianino's Madonna with the long neck is a masterpiece that highlights his incredible attention to detail and fascination with anatomy and perspective.
This daring artistic choice challenges classical beauty and invites the viewer to question their own preconceptions.
The painting depicts the Virgin Mary holding the infant Jesus, surrounded by angels and saints, but the figures are elongated and distorted, with the Madonna's neck being notably longer than usual.
Originally titled Madonna and Child with Angels and Saint Jerome, the painting became known as Madonna with the Long Neck due to the prominent elongation of the Madonna's neck.
It was commissioned by a wealthy merchant from Parma named Elena Biardi for the family chapel in the Church of Santa Maria dei Servi, and took Parmigianino over 5 years to complete.
However, the painting was heavily criticized by art critics and religious officials of the time for its unconventional style and distortion of religious figures.
Despite this, the painting has been interpreted in many ways, with some art historians suggesting that the elongation of figures represents the spiritual realm, and others speculating that Parmigianino was experimenting with new techniques and styles.
But Parmigianino's innovations didn't stop there.
He continued to experiment with new techniques and styles throughout his career, creating works that were filled with symbolism and allegory.
His self-portrait in a convex mirror is a stunning example of his mastery of perspective, as he captures his own image in a small convex mirror, creating a distorted yet hauntingly beautiful image.
Parmigianino was also a master of etching, producing intricate prints that explored themes of love, death, and the human condition.
His prints were often filled with hidden meanings and allegories, inviting the viewer to explore the depths of their own emotions and experiences.
Parmigianino had some rivals during his time.
One of his biggest competitors was the painter and architect Giulio Romano, who was also his former assistant.
Romano's fame and success often overshadowed Parmigianino's work, which led to some professional jealousy and tension between the two artists.
Another rival was the painter and engraver Andrea Mantegna, who was considered a master of perspective and composition.
What did Parmigianino say when someone told him his figures' necks were too long?
I'm just trying to stretch the boundaries of art.
Why did Parmigianino's girlfriend break up with him?
She couldn't stand him always elongating everything.
Why did Parmigianino get arrested?
He was caught trying to steal extra long necklaces from a jewelry store.
Parmigianino's unique style and fascination with elongated figures, including the famous Madonna with the long neck, challenged classical beauty and opened new doors in the art world.
Do you love Parmigianino's long necks?
Yes or no?
We're curious to hear your opinion, so please write in the comments.
It seems that for him, art was the greatest love of all.
Take care with love, and check out the full Renaissance playlist in the description below.